Well, where would you be if you didn't have people who look like Fred Hicks from Evil Hat Games telling you how you should vote? On the bright side, I did not realize that Rocky Dennis had a son.
I love this place!
So whether it's for true love of their candidate, a candidate who magically appeared out of thin air 3 months ago, or fear of losing industry status, hundreds of gaming professionals signed a purity pledge to Kamala Harris. It's called Gamers for Harris. And while there are people from the video and board game industry on it, it's of course the tabletop RPG talent that make all of us sit up and take notice. The list is part who's who and part who the hell is that? Notables of the past like Zeb Cook, Jeff Grubb, OGL creator Ryan Dancy, and artist Jeff D, amongst many others.
What happened? Your balls drop off?
There's also present-day figures like Paizo owner Lisa Stevens, Green Ronin president and chief Antifa pud Chris Pramus, and Wizards of the Coast senior game designer Amanda Heyman.
Take this quarter. Go downtown and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madam.
Then there's also people on the list who will make you reach for your nearest search engine. Someone named Bill Tebunny Keys, Raven McCracken, who allegedly wrote the worst RPG of all time, Roger Moore, no, not that Roger Moore, this Roger Moore, and an ex-second edition TSR employee named Dale Donovan.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
Some of these guys have not been relevant since the Clinton administration. Now, perhaps you think that there's no harm in telling people who you're supporting, and I might even agree with you to some extent, but there's also the case that you're shutting yourself off from half the market by signing such a pledge. But let's also be honest here. Most of the people on this list are willing to alienate more than 80% of their market to pass the purity test. The statement of support couldn't be more cringe if it was written by a modern-day SNL writer.
Say anything negative about Catholics.
I would never do that, no matter where I was. That would be like criticizing Detroit in Detroit.
They say that one Sunday Kamala was just doing puzzles with her family, and the next day she was miraculously the party's nominee, as if she hadn't been planning her coup since old Joe done shat his pants on the debate stage. According to them, she's battled crime. She's overseen the best economy in the world. She's a unifier. And she's inspiring. Not only that, she chose Tim Walz as her running mate because he's cooperative. And most importantly, he loves the Sega Dreamcast. If you ever grew up wondering which kids would be stupid enough to walk into a parked 1970s box van with free candy painted on its side, well, I've got 600 people I'd like you to meet. And it wasn't that they just showered Kamala with love. They, of course, had to go above and beyond by going after Trump with the usual and by now tired old script. He runs on fear.
That a second Trump term would be a huge risk for America and dangerous.
And denial of rights.
We will hold social media platforms accountable. If you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation.
He wants to suspend the Constitution.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Oops. If these charges were any more redundant and cringeworthy, well, it would be D&D 2024. Wizards of the Coast, Paizo, Monty Cook Games, and Green Ronin are all very heavily represented on the list. If you're a conservative, as I have previously documented, especially a white conservative, these people hate your guts, and they hate everything that you stand for. And yes, the fact that a majority of them are white men doesn't change that. Along with the purity tests comes the mandated self-loathing. On a brighter note, there were some notable absences, at least up to the recording of this video. I didn't see Joe Goodman from Goodman Games, or any other people from Goodman Games on there, although I might have missed it. Nor did I see Kelsey Dione from Shadow Dark, and aside from a rogue social media manager, who should know better given their public apolitical stance, I saw no actual talent from Trollord Games on the list either. You of course won't find our expressly apolitical or conservative creators like Greg Gillespie, RPG Pundit, Venger Satanis, Black Lodge Games, or The Basic Expert, as well as the Red Room on the list, of course, either. It's of course up to you who you give your money to, but if you do support these people on the Gamers for Harris list, don't be shocked when the shelves at your local game store are entirely stocked with this. Less than 3 weeks to go.